Stop number 20 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania, in the Tricky Triangles, it is known, as we're here today for the running of the AC Spark Plugs 400, as we're set for 30 laps of racing on this 2.5-mile racetrack. And here's the starting lineup for today's racing event. On the pole, it is Levi McIntyre in car 17, in the wheel of his Chevrolet. He's alongside Zach Rogers in car number 98. Rogers a winner twice this season. McIntyre winner of the 600 at Charlotte. Second row sees Johnny Gardner in car 66, the winner at North Wilkesboro. He's alongside Quentin Moore. He's yet to win this season in the Food Country Buick. Third row has car number 28, Joshua Osborne, and car number 21, Keith Batson, in the Valvoline Ford. Joshua driving car 28, the Hardee's Chevrolet. Fourth row is Cole Deaver in car 3, the Wrangler Chevrolet, and number 1, Bullfrog Knit Chevrolet of Trent Dunham. Next row has car number 9, Jessica Shelton in the Coors Melling Ford. She's alongside car number 43, Kyle Matthews, at the wheel of the STP Pontiac. Kyle, the winner of the Daytona 500 and the All-Star race as well, too. Shelton, the winner both times on road courses this season at Riverside and Sonoma. Next row is car 16, Nathan Hudson, and beside him car number 90, Charles Stanford. Both of them carry in-car cameras for today's race. Next row down has car 52, Seth Cole, and car 71, Kev Shearer, who has our third in-car camera. Next row has the Dillons, Young in number 2 and Poteet in 22. Both of them in Buicks. They're Dylan Young driving the Red Roof Ends machine, while Poteet driving the Miller High Life Buick. Next row is car 44, Matt McIntyre, and car number 48, Jesse Turner. McIntyre won this season in the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Next row down has Mitchell Collins, who won at Dover in the number 70 car. He's alongside car 41. It is Colton Schwartz. Next row is number 8, Matt Haas, and number 5, Phil Parker. Then it's the next row down has Cat Batson in 15, and number 88, Aaron Macklin. Macklin won the season at Richmond. Next row has William Brock in number 4. He's alongside car 47. It is Zed Weinstein. Next row is number 12, Ryan George, and number 11, Zach Winkle, a pair of Budweiser cars in the same row. Next row down has car number 84. It is Zachary Fitzwater, and number 0, Shea Dairyman. Remember, Dairyman, of course, was finished runner-up at the race at New Hampshire this season, finishing second that day to Cole Deaver. Dairyman hopes to keep up with that good performance here today. Next row down has number 7, Mike Becker, and number 55, Rob Evans. Next row down has number 75, Travis Furness, and 64, Jay Jefferson. Next row down has number 51, Jordan Anderson. He's alongside car number 27. It is Stephen Cullen. Next row down has car number 14, Daniel Bouchard, and beside him number 97, Laura Chung. Chung coming off of a 6th-place finish at New Hampshire. Next row down has Jacob Thibodeau in 33, and beside him will be car number 89, James Sykes. And starting shotgun in the field will be car number 67. It is Chelsea Bowles, the only Chrysler product in the field. She starts shotgun in 41st position. So the field of 41 sitting on pit lane, awaiting the word to fire the engine, so which will be coming up right now here at Pocono.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Fans are getting the fire the engines as we get set for racing here today on this 2.5-mile racetrack known as the Tricky Triangle here at Pocono Raceway. As the field rolls up a pit road for the pace lap here, we'll be back for the start right after this. Field rolling through turns through that flat turn number 3 here at Pocono Raceway. As the field makes its way for the start of the race here, pace car will duck off on the pit road. Field will be led in the hands of Levi McIntyre in the number 17 car and the 98 of Zach Rogers. Both of them have won this season. In fact, 3 of the top 5 have won this season that's qualified. As the green flag flies, we are underway in the AC Spark Plugs 400. Three different turns and 3 different straightaways here on this racetrack at Pocono Raceway here. They'll go into turn number 1, which is banked at 14 degrees of banking in the turns. First turn, I should say, here. It's the steepest banked turn on the racetrack, I should say, here at Pocono Raceway. Down the long pawn straightaway, which is 3,055 feet, and lengthened it on to turn number 2, which is banked at 8 degrees. It's called a tunnel turn, and there really is a tunnel that runs through that corner at Pocono for the traffic to come through the infield. Onto the north chute at 1,780 feet in length as Johnny Gardner goes for the lead right now on Levi McIntyre. He'll make it through the third turn, which is banked at only 6 degrees of banking. And Johnny Gardner goes to the lead here in the AC Sparkplug 400, and he'll come up turn number 3. Race will be run for 30 laps on this racetrack here, and the first lap tied at 161 miles per hour. And now Joshua Osborne is going to go for the lead in car number 28. Off turn number 2, Gardner and Osborne side by side, 28 and 66 cars. Deaver in third position right now. Deaver has the points lead coming into this event at Pocono after winning the last race on the tour at New Hampshire. And a lot of the drivers that were behind him in the points there did not have good runs at all at that race there, and hoping to gain back what they lost on Deaver points-wise coming out of Pocono, but Deaver in hopes for maybe Deaver, of course, continuing his quest for a second Castrol GTX Cup Series championship, having won the championship in season 21. In fact, the front 3 cars in the field right now are running under our current or former champions here. Joshua Osborne is a 3-time series champion. Jessica Shelton, a 5-time series champion, and Cole Deaver, a 1-time champion. And right now it is Osborne, a 3-time series champion, leading this race here. Shelton moves inside of Deaver for second place, and she's got it. And now has her sights set on Osborne for the lead. Deaver just about put the bumper back to that number 9 Ford as they come off turn number 3. Keith Batson, another series champion. He runs in 4th position right now. Batson, the season 24 series champion. Shelton looks inside for the lead, but nope. Deaver decides to make a 3 wide in the turn number 1. See if they can make a stick going through turn number 1. Batson tries to push Deaver ahead here, and he will do so. Now it's Batson and Shelton side by side for second place. Dylan Young up behind him in the number 2 car. In the turn number 3 here, Cole Deaver back to the top spot in number 3. Here comes Batson up behind him for second place, and he's got it. Dylan Young trying for 3rd now. Seth Cole behind him. Back in the turn number 1 again. 4 laps in the books. Just an explosive start here at Pocono Raceway. Seth Cole moving his way to the inside here and give a call to car number 70 on the inside of Joshua Osborne. It's Mitchell Collins in car number 70, at the wheel of the Wilders Inc. Pontiac. Mitchell, a winner this season at Dover, as Keith Batson goes for the lead now on Cole Deaver. And they're going to go toe-to-toe with each other on the backstretch here. Ford on the inside, Chevy on the outside. But back to Mitchell Collins. Collins, who has now gotten past Shelton and trying to get past Dylan Young. Collins, winner this season at Dover. He has won twice in the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. Well, 2 standalone races, I should say, too. 1 win. So he actually theoretically has 3 wins in the series. And those wins, by the way, came... And one of his wins was in a dual race last season at Lime Rock. And Mitchell running pretty strong here. He's finally got his cars now to where he can run with the leaders in this series here when it wants to. And so far today, it's going well right now for Mitchell as he runs in 3rd position right now. Cat Batson in the 15 car running right there behind him trying to take 4th position away from Cole Deaver, a pair of Wrangler cars. Again, not the same team. Batson driving for her husband's team, KB Enterprises. Cole Deaver driving for his own team. In fact, Deaver next season will be driving the GM Goodwrench colors next season for the paying, of course, all of his cars paying homage to his hero Dale Earnhardt. Yellow flag is out for the first time here today. Colton Schwartz, I think, is the one that spun. I see he and Trent Dunham, James Sykes, Shea Dairyman, and I see a hood buckle on the 33 of Jacob Thibodeau. There he is in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. Caution flying on lap number 7 of this race here today. To take a look again as to what happened to cause yellow flag number 1 to fly here at Pocono. Turn number 2 is so often the trouble spot here on this racetrack here, and now let's look at the copter view on this one here. It looked to me like the 84 of Zachary Fitzwater. He went up on the 14 car, Daniel Bouchard, and actually got into both Bouchard and Kev Shearer. And everybody else starts crashing right into each other here. There's where you saw Dunham spun. There's Sykes going round and round he goes. And here's where Thibodeau and Schwartz got into it. The 33 and 41 cars here. Aaron Macklin, I think, got a piece of it in the 88 car. Take a look again right there. There's where the wreck was happening up ahead right there. Now watch Dairyman, not Dairyman, but Thibodeau and Schwartz. Schwartz got hit by Thibodeau, who got stuffed into the wall by Rob Evans. Macklin got a piece of the Thibodeau's car right there. Dairyman came to a complete stop in that 0 car. And must have had a sixth sense of what's going on, because he got through basically unscathed. But 33 car Thibodeau, you can't say the same for that car, unfortunately for him. What a rugged season it's been for Jacob Thibodeau. And a tough break for other drivers, including Sykes, Dunham, and Schwartz, as far as their luck here today at Pocono. So the field running through turn number three now. Here, there's no 3 and 4 here at Pocono, as you all know. Thibodeau's the only car out of the race here. Cars top 10 is running is Keith Batson leaders, then Seth Cole, Mitchell Collins, Cat Batson, William Brock is in 5th position, 6th is Deaver, 7th is Gardner, 8th is Dylan Young, 9th is Nathan Hudson, and Jessica Shelton is in 10th as the green flag flies. Back underway on lap number 11 here at Pocono. On board Nathan Hudson's cars, they come off turn number 3 here. See how fast Nathan goes off that third turn onto the front stretch here. 170, 180 miles an hour, 183, 84, 185 miles an hour to turn number 1 goes Nathan Hudson. And down about 160 in turn number 1. Seth Cole's going to take the lead here, as you see right there in front of your screen. 178 miles an hour, 180, 81, 2, 3, 84, 184 miles an hour to turn number 2, down about 157 in the middle of turn 2. And now William Brock's going to go for the lead now in car number 4. Here he comes to the low side. William Brock's moved his way through the field nicely here at Pocono. As he brings the Burger King Chevy up to the top spot now. Hudson dives to the low side now, takes position on the 52 car of Seth Cole. And now Cole Deaver goes for the top spot in the number 3 car, the Wrangler Chevy. And he brings Nathan Hudson with him. Dylan Young behind him in the 2 car. And right behind him, Joshua Osborne in 28, Keith Batson 21, Mitchell Collins in the 70 car. And Cat Batson getting a push from the 66 car of Johnny Gardner. And there you see 3 wide. There's Seth Cole, Mitchell Collins, and William Brock. They're 3 wide off turn number 1. And meantime, Nathan Hudson's going to go for the lead on Cole Deaver. They're going to go side by side with each other. Hudson and the Carolina Tool, Chattanooga Chew Buick. Or Chattanooga Chew Chevy, excuse me. Down the back stretch in the turn number 3. Deaver loses the lead now to Hudson. Here comes Osborne up behind him in 28, the orange and white car. And Nathan Hudson goes to the top spot now as they come off corner number 3 on the front stretch, which is 3,740 feet in length. That's the longest straightaway of the bunch here at Pocono Raceway. This time by completes halfway here at Pocono. It'll be 15 it'll be 15 in the books and 15 to go. Here at Pocono Raceway, here comes Osborne to the low side for the lead through turn number 2. Doesn't get it this time, but he's on the inside lane. And see what happens in turn number 3. See if he can outbrake Hudson. He does not. And off the 3rd turn, it's Hudson continue to lead as he leads another lap here. Way down on the inside of that red and white car, you see tucking back in behind Johnny Gardner in the green and white car. That's Jesse Turner in the 48 machine. Been a rough season for Jesse Turner this season in that number 48 McCaig Chevrolet. It's a car owned by James Hilton, the number 48 car. But Turner having a pretty good run right now. He's running in 7th position at the moment here, trying to take another spot away from Seth Cole and maybe one from Cole Deaver. That would be for 6th and 5th. So Turner almost up in the top 5 right now. As he's getting the push from Kyle Matthews in 43 and the 11 car of Zach Winkle. Turner goes way down on the low side of the racetrack here, going into turn number 1. Let's see what happens here. And now Dylan Young comes to the inside of Joshua Osborne for the lead, for 2nd position, I should say. Gardner's in 4th, Turner in 5th. And now Jesse Turner trying to make the move to the inside here on Gardner, trying to give Dylan Young a little bit of help, and that's going to pay off here as Young tries to go for 2nd place, and he's got it by about a half a car over Osborne off turn number 2. Now heading into turn number 3 here, Hudson's still your leader. "17 laps in the books, 13 laps remaining here at Pocono Raceway. Dylan Young. Car number 2 out in front. Car number 2 out in front. You remember the last time it was at Pocono, we had a Dylan win that race, and it was Poteet who won the Wix Filter spot of 400 in that race last time he was at Pocono earlier this season. So Dylan's trying to sweep the season at Pocono here, or unless if Poteet can get his way back up to the field and challenge for the lead, he might pull off a sweep. But right now, Dylan Young showing the way at the moment as he's about to complete the 18th lap. We'll have 12 to go. Osborne goes low, takes position away. Osborne to second now as we come down to, as we have Johnny Gardner running in third position. Fourth is Hudson. Fifth is now Matt McIntyre. Matt McIntyre started about middle of the pack, and he's still started about middle of the pack here, and he's at about the top 5 now. As Osborne goes for the lead, and he's got it coming off turn number 1. Chevy on the low side, Buick on the outside. Slowing down for that third corner here at Pocono, the slowest corner on the racetrack here. And you got a couple of new players up there here. Zach Rogers, the outside pole sitter, has moved his way back up through the field here. So has the 47 car, Zed Weinstein. Weinstein, remember, finished second at Dover earlier this season. There he is in the Hawaiian Punch Buick. Goes low on the racetrack here, takes position away, so he gets 2 cars in one swell swoop. Or one fell swoop, excuse me. Down the inside goes Gardner, looking for the lead on Osborne, and here comes Weinstein. Moving low, tries for third position. He's got it on Matt McIntyre. He's getting the push from Zach Rogers in 98, and now here comes Keith Batson in 21. Down the low side he goes here. Seth Cole trying to get past his buddy Dylan Young. See some stragglers in the back of the pack right there. There's the lead pack of cars right there. 25 cars in this pack here. Stephen Cullen leading this second pack of cars here in 26th position. Colton Schwartz behind him. Bill Parker in the 5 car. Travis Furnace in 75. 71, Kev Shearer. 64, Jay Jefferson. 0, Shay Dairyman. And the 1 of Trent Dunham. 2 of the cars that were in the crash earlier that caused the only caution to fly. Daniel Bouchard trying to get around Zachary Fitzwater in the 84 car. Ryan George, Jordan Anderson, Sykes. There's James Sykes. He's really banged up. So is Aaron Macklin in 88. Rob Evans in 40th position. And again, Jacob Thibodeau is the only car not in is the only car out of the race in 41st position. As Zed Weinstein leads his first lap of the race. And now he brings Keith Batson to the inside. Batson for second place, and he's got it coming off turn number 2. Seeing some exciting racing here today at Pocono Raceway here, but you want excitement though. Next race on the tour is the last plate race of the season at Talladega Super Speedway when we head back there for the Die Hard 500. Low side goes Batson. Check the fastest laps of the race so far. Fastest lap of the race set by Cat Batson at 168.748 miles an hour. That's faster than what they qualified. Actually, that's about what they qualified at. Actually, it's about 167, 168 on this track. They're averaging 132.2 miles an hour after 22 laps of this race here. It's Matt McIntyre up to second position now behind Batson, and here comes Seth Colford, third place. William Brock behind him in car number 4. Osborne now goes inside of Weinstein. Jesse Turner in there. So is the 11 car, Zach Winkle. Now they come off turn number 3. They are 3 wide on the front stretch. Brock goes way down. Zach Winkle's gonna try to help him. Now 3 wide there between Brock, Osborne, and Weinstein, and now Zach Winkle sticks his nose with Budweiser Chevy to the low side, the number 11 car. Hudson's up there. Deaver's up there. And one guy we haven't talked about at all today here has moved his way back up to trying to move his way up to the top 10. That's the 90 of Charles Sanford. Sanford, known as the California Crusher. He's won here at this track before. And Joshua Osborne way down that low side in that orange car. And now tucks in behind the 48 car of, a 4 car, I should say, of William Brock, who now moves inside of Seth Cole, trying for the lead. Seth has won twice this season. He won in Atlanta, and he also won a day versus Bristol and crashed up turn number 1! A crash happening with 6 laps remaining in this race. We'll look back and see what happened in replay here in just a minute. As you got a race to the start-finish line here, Seth Cole's your leader. Here comes Brock to the low side. I think we might possibly get a 1-lap dash to checkers, possibly. And Seth Cole wins the race back to the start-finish line here as we have completed 25 laps. We're down to 5 to go. But I saw Cole Deaver and Matt McIntyre crash in turn number 1. There they are. Hudson is back there. And they went 3 wide through turn number 1. See what happened here. Deaver goes up the track right into Hudson's car. And bam, hits the 44 car of Matt McIntyre, stubs him in the wall. Johnny Gardner's in the crash. I see damage maybe on Zach Rogers' car, and everybody, oh my gosh, everybody's going to get right into this whole deal. Everybody getting stopped and trying to figure out where they're going to go when they get there. Shea Dairyman's into the wall in a 0 car. Boy, tough break for Hudson and for McIntyre and for Deaver. Tough break for those 3 cars there, especially for Cole Deaver. He was the dominant car all day long here at Pocono. Levi McIntyre, I think he might have got a piece of it in the 17 car. Well, we have a couple of in-car cameras that they're trying to snake their way through the whole deal. Let's first ride with Kev Shear, see how he got through. And for Nathan Hudson's view. After watching the in-car camera footage from Hudson's car, I don't know how the Brits swear, but I'm sure he was doing a lot of it coming off that first corner when he got stuffed in the wall by Cole Deaver. Well, get set. Well, get ready here because we're gonna have a 1-lap dash to the checkered flag here at Pocono Raceway, here in the AC Sparkplugs 400. Seth Cole looking for his 3rd victory of the season. He's in the lead. 2nd position is William Brock. 3rd is Keith Batson. 4th is Joshua Osborne. 5th is Charles Sanford. 6th position is Jessica Shelton. 7th is Dylan Young. 8th is Ed Weinstein. 9th is Kyle Matthews. And Matt Haas is in 10th position. 11th, matching his car number, Zach Winkle. Laura Chung running in 12th position. We haven't talked about her at all today. At number 97 Oldsmobile. She is up to the 12th position after starting back in the back. Jesse Turner's in 13th. 14th is Mitchell Collins. 15th right now is Zach Rogers. Dylan Poteet 16th. 17th position is Quentin Moore. 18th is Stephen Cohen. 19th is Kev Shearer. And Mike Becker runs in 20th position. So we're about to see what happens here on the final lap of this race here at Pocono Raceway here. Seth Cole is your leader in the race here. Looking for his third victory of the season here. Meantime, while guys like William Brock, Keith Batson, Joshua Osborne, and Charles Sanford have all not yet won this season, believe it or not. And they're looking for their first victories of the season here. As they come to the start-finish line, green and white flags both way. We're here one lap to the side of and AC spark plugs 500 or 400. Osborne looks at the inside of Batson for third place here. He's going to try to move William Brock up the track in the number 4 car. That could be all she wrote right there for the finish-wise at least, because that's going to allow Seth Cole to maybe pull away as they come down the long post area into turn number 2. But Brock closes the margin up right now in that Burger King Chevy. See what happens off turn number 2 and through turn 3. Brock may have had a peak going into the third turn. We'll see what happens through that turn. I don't think it's got anything. Off turn number 3 they come. And number 52 is going to do it. Seth Cole wins the AC Spark Plugs 400 at Pocono. Seth Cole takes the victory here today. William Brock will finish second. Third will go to Joshua Osborne. Fourth to Jessica Shelton. And fifth position to Keith Batson. Sixth will go to Zed Weinstein. Seventh to Charles Sanford. Eighth to Kyle Matthews. Matt Haas comes home ninth. And 10th will go to Dylan Young, averaging 120.574 miles an hour. As we gave you the top 10 already here, Laura Chung comes home in 11th position. 12th will go to Zach Winkle. 13th, Jesse Turner. 14th will go to Mitchell Collins. Then Dylan Poteet, Quentin Moore, Mike Becker, Zach Rogers, Travis Furness, Stephen Colton comes home in 20th. Then Colton Schwartz, Kev Shearer, Jay Jefferson, Kat Batson, Phil Parker, Trent Dunham, Chelsea Bowles, Nathan Hudson comes home 28th. Then Zachary Fitzwater and Matt McIntyre was in 30th position. The rest of the finishing order for you here: Levi McIntyre, Dana Bouchard, Cole Deaver, Jordan Anderson, James Sykes, Aaron Macklin, Ryan George, Shea Derryman, Rob Evans, and Johnny Gardner was the last of the finishers here today in 40th position. Jacob Thibodeau, the only car that did not finish the race, he ends up finishing dead last. And somebody, I think, got into a scuffle, I think, on the cool down lap as the race ended here today. Yeah, we actually had a crash on the cool down lap. What in the... It looks to me like we had a 3-car tangle up right there on the... Yeah, we had a 3-car tangle up on the cool down lap here. Levi McIntyre apparently slowed up dramatically right here, trying to keep from rearing it. Yeah, actually, Nathan Hudson had checked up here. McIntyre slammed the brakes, trying to keep from rear-ending somebody. Instead, he gets his butt kicked by the 44 car of Matt McIntyre. Cole Deaver also involved. Here comes everybody else. Rob Evans crashes right into Deaver's car on the cooldown lap. What did Deaver do to you, Rob? I don't know. So a very bizarre ending here at Pocono Raceway here, of course. It's Pocono. What do you expect? But Again, average speed of 120.574, but while all of that was happening, Seth Cole collects his third victory of the season, adding on to his wins at Bristol and in Atlanta. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got NRSs, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the person of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, along with other NNSCRA series from series as well too. Other two series, of course, coming from X8675309808X. That's Dylan Young's channel, and he does the NNSCRA T-Mobile Cup Series. While Thrashman899, that's played by McIntyre, does his own series, the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to give those two channels a subscribe and keep up on their series, and those two maybe will get you going in their respective series. Some of the best offline stuff's under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those races out neither. And of course, also get with Seth as well too, and he'll get you going on his series, the Duracell Cup Series, which is of course you'll see on this channel as well too. So that will do it here today at Pocono Raceway here. Again, congratulations to the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole's, to the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, the winner here today at Pocono Raceway. For now, this is James Cole. This has been a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. We will see you at Talladega Super Speedway for the Die Hard 500.